Alright, so my name is Sean Harris. Today is December 8th, 2011. I'm interviewing Catherine Nottingham. Is that right? Is that how you say that? Perfect. Interviewing her for her military service for the West Virginia Veterans Legacy Project. So if you please could give me your full name as recorded on your birth certificate.
My name is Catherine Natasha Nottingham.
Alright. Do you currently have any nicknames that everybody calls you?
I go by Cat.
Perfect. Where were you born?
Women's and Children in Canal County.
And what do your parents do for a living?
My mother is a teacher, and my father, he drives a truck.
Were either of them members of the military? Any of your family? No grandparents, no uncles, nobody?
I have a cousin that's active duty.
All right. So where did you attend school?
Clay County High School.
And what was your childhood like?
It was pretty good. I was the only child, so I kind of grew up with most of the guys around where I live, so I was more like a tomgirl. So I think that kind of pressured me into what I was doing.
Right. Any specific events during your childhood that led you to a military job?
Well, like I said, growing up around the guys made me want to be better than them and compete against them, that I could do the same stuff that they did, so that's kind of basically what pressured me. And in my family, too, they thought that they were really proud of the military, so.
Right. Have you remained connected with the area where you were raised?
Yes.
Perfect. So, we're going to start talking about your military service. Did you feel the need to enlist in the military, or were you drafted?
It was free will. I mean, it was my choice.
Were you permitted to pursue the branch of the military that you wanted?
I first chose the Marines, but after finding some information about it, I then chose the Army.
So, did any other people influence your decisions?
Not really. It was my own choice.
Why did you join the branch of the service that you joined?
Well, the reason I joined it because it had a lot of benefits, and it offered the job that I wanted was military police, specifically, and also had some friends that also joined the Army, so they kind of made me push me towards it, but at the same time, it was just really my choice, because I preferred the Army, so.
So where did you attend your basic training?
Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
And how did you feel about your basic training?
Oh my gosh, scared me to death. The first 3 weeks were the worst weeks, but after being there, I didn't want to leave. So it was a very good experience. I wish I'd be back.
So what was your first memorable assignment after basic training?
We went up to Martinsburg with my unit, and we conducted. They had an air show, so we pulled security for it was like 20,000 people up there. So it was a lot of crazy people, and they didn't want to listen, so we had to keep them in line. So it was a big eye opener when I first got there to my unit. So it was kind of interesting.
So how long were you in the military, or currently still in the military?
I'm still in the military. I'm going on my 3rd year. So, but I plan on staying my 20 years, making a career out of it.
That just killed 2 of my questions. Well, when you originally enlisted, did you know how long you wanted to stay?
No, the reason I enlisted, I wanted to help it pay my college. But after joining, I just fell in love with it, and that's what made me want to make a career out of it.
So here's a weird one. What was your opinion of your officers?
The officers. Well, officers, how do I say, when they have higher ranks, they're kind of good to their head, and they're kind of jerks, not going to lie. It's kind of weird where I'm in ROTC and want to be an officer now. Hope to make a change. But some of them are really respectable because they know it lost up a lot of them. Yeah. Officers are completely different from enlisted.
So what was your opinion of any other branches of the military?
The Marines, a lot of people don't like the Marines, but I have a lot of respect for the Marines because the stuff they go through, I mean, they think they're better. They have that mentality, but they honestly do a lot of more physical stuff, so that's probably my favorite branch.
So what's your least favorite branch?
The Air Force. It's the Chair Force. But I'm not dissing on it, but I'm just saying. It's just...
Let the record show she wasn't dissing on the Air Force.
I know. I have a lot of friends in the Air Force. It's kind of, we compete all the time who's better and who's not, so... But I have still a lot of respect for anybody in the military.
Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start talking about your jobs and your duties.
Okay.
So, what was your job or is your job in the military?
My job is military police.
And what is your current rank?
I'm a cadet. I just became a cadet. I was in E3, and I got promoted to cadet.
So can you describe some of your duties that you're responsible for?
We do a lot of events in West Virginia when they need security, so we pull a lot of security for functions. We do a lot of different training with the police officers. We work with them and help them get involved with the National Guard if we ever have like a crisis where we need to get together. We do a lot of training with that. So basically, if we get called out of state or in state, we're there to support, like for riot training and such. That's what we really focus on.
So how do you feel about your job and duties that you're a part of?
I absolutely love it. When I joined, there was no military police positions open, and that's the job I wanted currently. And then since I got up there, they had only one spot open that day at MEPS, and I took it, and I would never do anything to change it. I love my job.
All right. So you've never been deployed?
No.
Perfect. And you've never seen combat yet?
No.
Hopefully not for a little while. So what's the most stressful thing you've had to do in your job?
Well, currently now, since I'm a cadet, they help me take places with our platoon leader. So I'm getting involved in scheduling and getting our platoon pretty much together. Do a lot of we have to work with a platoon and get a lot of training. I do all the scheduling for that, and basically when we transport our unit from one place to another place, I have to get them all there with all their equipment and everything has to be accounted for. So it's a lot of stress, and you don't get much sleep either. Officers are one of the last ones that go to sleep, so it takes a toll on you.
All right. So when you made it home from basic training, how'd your friends and family feel about that? Seeing you come home.
My parents were my only child. It was like it was amazing for them because they missed me, but my friends, they had a lot more respect for me, and they were constantly asking me about it, and I told a lot of them about it too, and that's what made them actually join. But they just, I don't know, like I said, they had more respect for me.
So did you make use of any of the GI Bill at any time?
Yes, I currently use that now, and it helps me out a lot through college. As a college student, it's really a bonus.
Have you made use of any of the VA services that are offered?
No.
Was there anything you would do differently?
Differently? Not really. I might go OCS instead of doing RTC, but that's basically the most different thing I'd probably do. I still do everything all over again. There's sometimes I do regret not being a Marine, but I love being in the Army, so that's just my opinion.
So, one of the questions to wrap it up here: is there any advice you can give to anybody looking to go into the military or in their first few years in the military?
I definitely would recommend the military. If you don't really have an idea of what you want to do in life, it'll get you started. The military is going to be there, and you can depend on it. Like jobs around here, I mean, you don't know if you'll be able to keep your job. You're going to find a job. The military is always going to be dependent. You'll be able to depend on them, and there's so much benefits offered, especially your family if you have children. So it's a really good choice, and I recommend it to anybody. So
is there anything you'd like to add personally to it?
Nope, that's about it.
All right. Well, thank you very much for participating in the project, and thank you for your service.
No problem.
All right.
Appreciate it.